Welcome back, everybody. This is season 2 of the Writer's Touch podcast. If you didn't know about season 1, you missed out on a whole lot of great content. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we have so much better content today. I mean, not just today, but every time we post. We got better guests. We have some new surprise guests. We talk about great things. And today's, you already read the thumb drive that this is what is a business strategy. So, I know you guys are happy to see me back. Like T.I., that I'm back. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get into it because, man, I don't want to hold you guys up. I don't want to delay you guys because, man, for those business mindset CEOs, corporate chairmen, and president, everything of the business aspect. I am talking, 3 different, how should I say, levels of business strategy. So you guys are really in for a treat today. Hopefully you're into a great treat next week, the following week, and so on. I'm sorry. Hey, it's been a while. So this is 22. So you know how we're gonna do this. But but listen. I don't want to talk your heads off. Get on the board to the train. The train is about to take off. Let's do this. So the definition is as straightforward as it can be confusing when reading it first. So you're probably saying, what is a business strategy? And I'm talking to you too, you entrepreneurs, because you're going to need this to grow your business from a ground level to a air level, if that makes sense. And you got to watch out for those business snakes out there. I'm going to say it for real because they will try to get you. I'm not going to say the wolves because the wolves are Wall Street. So those are corporate wolves. So, but I'm going to say this because there was a story about a woman and a snake. I was asleep in the middle of the night one night. I think it was Sunday night, and God woke me up, and that story was on my mind. And and so the story goes where the woman goes out to her garden to tend to her vegetables. Wish I had some vegetables right now, but anyway, she saw a snake that was like it had been ran over or tillered or whatnot. So she nursed it back to health. So she thought it was her friend. And you can't, in the business world, you cannot do that because she took this snake everywhere she went. And so one day when the snake was fully, health, back to his health, and he turned around and he bit her. And the lady said, after nursing you back to health and doing everything I can for you, why would you bite me? And so business entrepreneurs, CEOs, chairmen of the board, the snake turned to the lady and said, well, you knew I was a snake when you picked me up, when you found me. So with that being said, you can't trust everybody in today's society, if that makes sense. So you're probably saying, what is a business strategy? A business strategy outlines the plan of action to achieve the vision and set objectives of an organization and guide the decision-making process to improve the company's financial stability in a competing market. So you out there, you got your business out there, you launched your business, you proud of yourself, you feel happy, you popped up the champagne and everything, or the wine drinkers, or whatever the case, or your water drinkers. You proud of yourself in your business venture, but you got to watch out for those wolves. And you got to watch out for people who will try to tear you down, deter you, and try to get you off your key or off your square. Back in, they used to say back in, I'm not going to tell you my age, but anyway. So you got to watch those people that's jealous of you. I call them Jose's. Jose's is jealous ones that still envy. So they're going to be envious of you. They're going to be watchful of you, and they're going to try to stab you in your back with the sharpest knife possible. So I say that's the Michael Myers effect. So they're going to stab you in the back, and they're going to get you no matter what to try to get you off your square. That makes sense. So how is a strategy different from tactics, I should say? So before we get into the details of building a strategy, it's vital to understand how a strategy differs from a tactic. So while both terms are often interchangeable, confused, they are two entirely different things, if I should say so myself. So a strategy refers to an organization's long-term goals and how it plans to reach them. In other words, it shows the path to achieve the defined vision. Let me start on because I want you to really grasp hold of this, like the eagle talents. That's why I'm holding my hands like this. I want you to grasp hold of all this valuable information because, man, for real, I'm seriously trying to tell you, because when you try to get your resumes done for those who's trying to get into the corporate world, when you're trying to get your business proposal written, when you're trying to get your graphs together and you're trying to get your investments together. So you really need to grasp hold and get your tactics in order, because a tactic refers to the specific action taken to reach a set goal in the line of a strategy. I see y'all already through the YouTube channel trying to see what is he talking about. Well, I'm telling you right now, for example, a company, let's just say, I'm not gonna say Amazon, because Amazon, that's too large of a territory. But a company strategy might be to become the cheapest provider in the smartphone market. Their managers then need to negotiate with suppliers to reduce the cost of the electronic components used in production. This is a tactic to achieve your strategy. Y'all didn't get that, so I'll go right past you. Airplane about to land, so listen. So in the mind of an English comedian, when I researched, I believe his name was Frank Mir. This is how he put it: strategy is buying a bottle of fine wine. When you take someone out for dinner, tactics is getting them to drink it. That makes sense? All right. So I told you I was going to be on 3 levels of the corporate world. So you got your corporate level, let's just say it's up here. Your business level is right here. And then all the way down, you got your functional level. All right. So all 3 components are levels from the strategic framework of an organization. Let's just start right here from the corporate level. Okay, the corporate level strategies are the strategic plan of an organization's top management. They form the mission and vision statement and have a fundamental impact on the firm's long-term performance. They guide them decisions around growth, acquisitions, and diversifications and investments. That's the corporate level. So, but when you go down to the business level, okay, so the business level is right here above or below the corporate level, and the business level strategies integrate into the corporate vision. So they trying to slide up to right here to get on that level, not just financial, but you have to have that mindset at the same time. So, but what they focus on a specific business at this level, the vision and objectives are turned into concrete strategies that inform how a business is going to compete in the market. Okay, so let's just say Curry Group Enterprises, and you got Amazon up here. I'm not going to try to compete with them because I'm not on a market level. That makes sense. I'm not trying to sell this, that, every niche and cranny. Every time your granny got something like all antiques and scuba got. I'm not scuba out. I'm not getting out those sharks. And that's another thing you want to get away from, because you got those corporate sharks that's swimming around trying to wait until you sink. And when they start seeing you sinking, they're going to devour you. Okay? So your functional level is all the way down here. That's your concrete ground level, where you're trying to build and get everything together how you want it to be. But your strategies are designed to answer how functional departments like your marketing, your HR, your R&D can support the defined business and corporate strategies of an organization. So you got your marketing strategy, how you're going to market your business. You got your HR, how you're going to hire the employees to help you with your business. But everybody is not on their business mindset, and everybody can't function your vision the way you got your vision. That's where your R&D come in at. All right, your R&D is your research and development. Okay, so understand it's not uncommon for a firm to have multiple strategies at each level. So you got your functional, you got your business, and you got your corporate. So you got your corporate strategies, and they all competing on every level. So you gotta have you ain't gotta have people with your same mindset, because everybody ain't gonna grasp hold to your vision. So multiple strategies can, carry the risk of conflicting priorities and objectives. These risks can be reduced if managed correctly. So if you got everything, and if your managing team is doing the job on a level of a corporate level, no matter how you add it. So they'll come back to this point in a sec. We'll come back to this point in a second. But if the management team got where you're trying to take your business to, they're gonna take you on the elevator ride. So they're gonna help you rise to where you're supposed to be, and all you gotta do is sit back, kick your heels up, smoke your cigar, drink your fine wine or whatever, Scotch brandy or whatever. You can be the Victor Newman if you want to. So, so my question is, I know you're probably asking this question also, how do you formulate a business strategy? A business strategy outlines the plan. I think I just said that to you, but that's why I say I'll get back to that in a minute. So the above definition already gives some practical advice on how to build an effective strategy. So you might want to write this down, because how you're going to get your effective strategy is, you got to define your vision. Second, you got to set your top level objectives. Third, you got to analyze your business and your market. Fourth, you got to define how to gain competitive advantage. And last but not least, fifth, you got to build a strategy framework. Okay? So, how do you define your vision? First, most online sources suggest the strategy formulation should begin by defining the objectives of an organization. But this reaches too far, too fast. I didn't say fast and furious. I'm saying it's too far and too fast. So as it presumes that the offering, the market, and the target customers have already been defined. So for a strategy to be successful, it must first consider the company's core values. Okay, and which is, we'll say, this is also known as the company vision. Okay, for example, your vision statement from some of the largest companies includes Apple Strive, or includes Apple, which is your Apple Apple has. I'm trying to explain it where it can be understandable. So you get to the core of that apple. So you got everything around you, because every apple has layers. You got your top layer, with your skin. Then you have your inside, which is your fiber. Then you got to the core. So you got to go through so much to get those core values, because you ate the middle part, which is the good part.
Seeds.
Amen. So Apple strives to bring the best personal computing experience to students, educators, creative professionals, and consumers around the world, though its innovative hardware, software, and internet offerings. That's what Apple brings. So, but Amazon, based on a firm vision, they offer its customers, and the market can be defined. This is an important step in the strategy building process, because it ensures that the design strategy reflects the actual needs of the relevant market. Okay, so with that being said, they go out. Step 2 is set your top level objectives. Okay, my nervousness is gone now. I'm trying to slow it down. I don't want to talk so fast now, because this is really good for real. So after defining the vision, the next step is formulating a business strategy, is to set an organization's top level objectives. Okay, so these objectives are usually focused on increasing a firm's sales and profits, as they ensure its existence and improve the shareholder value of if publicly traded. Okay, that's why strategy essential aims to answer the question of how a business can compete in the market to grow its revenue while also improving its financial position. All right. So, here's a note for you. You might want to take your pencil down and jot this down. So, the formulation of high-level objectives does not include any goals to achieve a company's mission or to reflect its core values. That's what I was trying to get to when I was talking about the apple. So your core values. Okay, this is because the sole purpose of a generic business strategy is to increase the company's economic value for its owners or shareholders. Okay, so the core values and mission are later taken into account when designing the lower level strategies such as the marketing or operational strategies. Okay, now you go into step 3 and understand I'm going to share some PowerPoints on this process so you guys can grasp hold every bit of it, because now here's the thing right here that you really need to grasp hold to. Analyze your business and market. Once the vision and objectives are defined, strategy builders need to become aware of their business strengths and weaknesses and the opportunities and challenges in the marketplace. This can also be done by using a SWOT, SWOT, analyzation. Okay, SWOT, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Okay, that's what SWOT means. All right, we're gonna take this step by step. Strengths is characteristics of a business which gives it advantages over its competitors. Okay, then your weakness is characteristics of a business which makes its disadvantages relative to your competitors. Okay, then your opportunities, which is elements in a company external environment that allows it to formulate and implement strategies to increase profitability. Okay, then last but not least, your threats. Your threats are your elements in the external environment that could endanger the integrity and profitability of your business. Okay, that's what your SWOT is. And I'm gonna add this so you can maybe print this out or whatnot, so you can put it in your business wall, your vision, because you want to keep that in mind. So the information obtained in the course of a SWOT analysis serves as a business for the strategy formulation that considers the company internal characteristics and the external situation of the market segment. All right. So these insights allow decision makers to ensure that a firm's strengths exploit the opportunities in the market, while also addressing potential weaknesses and threats that can limit the organization's long-term success. Okay. Now, step 4 is define how to gain competitive advantages. The 4th step in this strategy formulation answers the question of how to set objectives and achieve. Okay. Firms that sell in competitive industries need to define how they want to compete in the market, create a demand, and increase their sales and margins. All right. So your type of business strategies, Harvard Business School professor Michael Porter identified 3 types of generic strategies that business can choose from when defining their competitive advantage. And number 1 is your cost of leadership. Number 2 is differentiations. And number 3 is focus. Okay. You can't focus if you don't have that vision. If you don't have that vision, you can't be focused. That's how I put it. And that's how I got it. Because if they don't understand how your firm can also fail to pursue one of the generic strategies effectively, Porter refers to this as being stuck in the middle. So if you're stuck in the middle, your company does not offer a product or service unique enough to entice customers to buy. So this is like saying, if you want a taco, why would you go to McDonald's? I'm just saying, what you gonna get a McTaco? They don't even sell tacos. You're gonna go to Taco Bell and get a Big Mac. I want a Mac Bell. I mean, come on now. Let's just focus on what you're thriving for, because your stomach don't understand. You see what I'm saying? So, all right. Like I said, I'm gonna put all my notes onto the description where you can grab hold to this. I hope everything was good, because I want to come back. I want to teach on proposal writings. I want grant writings. How to get investors to invest in your business, your company. That's what I want to do in part 2 of this segment. It's something else I wanted to speak about real quick before I get it. And I lost my notes. I'm sorry. I got a grandson who likes to draw, so he drawing all my paperwork. And but anyway, so take heed to. I hope you got some good notes out of this for your business. Be ready for segment 2, because I really want to get into proposal writing. I want to get into grant writing. I want to get into how to actually it's called a pitch deck, and I want you to get an understanding on grabbing hold of those. Actually, I call it investor fishing. You know, you get your pole out, which you don't really have one, and you cast it out, which you cast in your proposal in your business. I'm sorry, the word I'm looking for is your business plan. So you want to cast that out, and you want to hook, line, and sinker your investor, because your business not only is important to you, but it's important to me. My wife has a very good business, and I'm trying to get a business plan together for her, because I want to see her on the fishing bank of investors. All right. So, but I did see her taking some good notes now for this, and I'd like to see you guys back. So, the train has came to an end. Your destination is about. Get you another ticket. Oh, and don't forget, get us on Patreon. You know, we have memberships and everything. We offering great T-shirts, great product for you, and you know, let's all be one big happy family. Because my engineers at the steam train and it's tooting that horn and is ready to go. With that being said, man, I see you guys on the next trip. Have a good one.